I just got a bunch of Shiseido stuff. They sent over a ton of stuff. I have this green mascara that we're gonna use. What? I wanna use these. These are brand new from Get Stoned. They have this really pretty color in here. It's over here. You'll see it in a second. Without me squeaking and squawking, let's get started. I just applied this. This is the Niacinamide Dewdrops from Glow Recipe. You guys know I'm obsessed with them. I just applied them kind of through here. I think right through here. I put a little on my eyelid, under my eye, right through here, just to kind of prep my skin. Prior to this, you guys know that I come on here, my skin kind of glows like this. It just kind of does that after my skincare, but if you're looking for that, this is it. If you want to sit down and have like the rose glow, this is it. So we're starting with Clean Canvas. Just adjusting my phone a little. I'm going to use the shade Medium, only because the colors I'm going to be using are very taupe, and we can just do one a little bit closer to our skin tone, no big deal. I don't care how true the colors come through. Anytime you see me use a white base, I'm wanting the colors that I'm going to use to come through very true. Right now, since I'm using more neutrals, this one's gonna work. So I want to give you guys a Jean update. I finally was able to fit Jean in to the vet. I'm so excited. Remember, coronavirus, even the vets, I think the vets are open like one day a week here. So next Monday, he is getting all of his shots. He's getting neutered. Right now, he's on the porch, wandering around, being a rotten, extra large orange cat. Okay, Shiseido sent over this Kajal. I'm going to be using the green one. They sent over a few, but we're actually not doing a green look today. But I thought it'd be really cool to use this shade and blend it out with our browns. Something a little different, but very wearable. So I'm just going to place it right through there. That's going to be good for now. So now I'm going to grab this Mario E4. And since both products are wet, we want to use a nice synthetic brush, which this is. And we can just kind of pull it. We don't have to tap quite yet because we're kind of pulling and we're even mixing these two products together on our eyes since they are both wet products. Nothing is set, there's no powder. It's kind of like the same theory when we use cream blush over our foundation. So let's just mix these together. And you can kind of see more of what I've done over here. I don't want to take the green out too far because we're kind of just using it as our crease color and just a really cool color in here to shift any of the browns that we use in just a second. Okay, so I got these today. I don't know when I got them. My mailbox is pretty full. It's far, and it's across the road. That's too far. So I'm so excited to try these out. These are new from ColourPop. I'm going to be using this. This is Ballad, right? Yeah, this one's Ballad. So we're going to pick up the shade with the same Mario E4, and we're just going to start pressing this kind of underneath that green. Since this one's a powder, we're going to start pressing. So really pack that in here. I'm going to pack it all the way across. That's such a pretty color. So now we're going to grab just a fluffy brush. This one's a prototype, but it's very similar to a MAC 217. We're going to grab this shade here. And I'm kind of going to lean my head back. It's actually going to give us a little bit more space to kind of tap this color across. And we're going right above our blended green, our smoked out green. So just kind of take your time and tap back and forth. I might come in and deepen it in just a second, but for right now, let's just kind of transition this green into this really pretty taupey brown. So now I'm going to grab the same E4. And we're going to go into this shade. This is going to be our lid color. I just thought this kind of smoky green and this taupe would be so pretty together. So I'm just going to start by pressing. Mom, I think Mom's battling a cat. I'm going to start. How's it going over there? I cut off while I was recording too fast. She said they're winning. So now we're just kind of taking and I'm kind of tapping and then I'll pull down. That's going to act like our fingertip. So just kind of press it. You're kind of placing and then pull it down. And I'm only going to put the shimmer to about right there. And then we'll bring it all the way over this way. This is kind of a cool eye. We're kind of back to our Shiseido Kajal. I'm just going to trace in here, back where we kind of put it. Remember, as we blend them out, we're getting different textures. And then once we add back on top, we can bring that definition back in. But we have to smoke it out first to get different textures and colors. So now we're just kind of coming back through here. And I'm kind of tapping. I don't want you to think I'm coming in here and just going wild. You're going to have more control if you just kind of tap it where you want it. Then I'm going to relax my eye. And I kind of just want to pull it right there. Not too much of a point, but if you give it just a little bit, it's going to add a little extra lift. So now I'll just grab a MAC 228 and I'm just ever so lightly just kind of diffusing the edges. Continue to pull that out. We'll see where we end up. But what I do want to do is really soften this into that taupe shade. Also, I want to tell you guys that by layering your products, building them up, adding shadows on top, and then coming back and layering them, we're actually able to use less eyeshadows. It might seem like a lot of work, but layering, it can really create something beautiful that 10 different eyeshadows can't. So even though we haven't used that many products, we're going to get a really, really cool effect. I'm still here kind of just pulling and ever so lightly tapping this. I just want to smooth the edges, but I don't want to lose this cool definition inside this smoke. I think that's a really cool effect. So now I just want to do a nice thin line across here. So I'm grabbing that same Kajal, same color, and I'll just kind of pull it across here. If I was just to go in with this, I wouldn't have the precision. So just kind of pick it up on a pencil brush. This one's from Quo, but any pencil brush will do. And then we'll just pull it along here. I'm really just kind of pushing it into the lash line. I can bring it up a little bit farther, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's not that precise cat eye. We just kind of want, I mean, you can see the difference. So what we aren't going to do today is I'm just kind of going to leave this diffused. See how it's nice and diffused all the way around. We're not going to worry about that. What I am going to do is apply some mascara. I'm going to grab this one from Armani. And we're still going to do falsies, but sometimes I don't tell you guys everything that I'm doing, only because I only have so many slides, and I always apply mascara before my falsies. Look at these floofers. These are so pretty. These are from Tati Lashes in the style TL21. These are so pretty. I love them. Just out here looking my cutest. I'm using my Smith & Colt Untouched Skin Brightening Primer today. Did y'all hear that? If you did hear that, do you have any idea what that was? That was a cat tongue on a cardboard box. That was a fun noise. That was a good one, Judah. Make sure you let this primer dry down. Normally I would have done this before I did my lashes. That way I could have done my lashes while it was sinking in. At least give this primer 2 minutes to really dry down. So Shiseido sent over some skin products too. Their powder and a cream blush. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the foundation. I actually bought the foundation and I have the concealer, which I also purchased as well. But I kind of want to try it all out together and see how it works. Here it is. This little guy. So let's try all of this out together as Complexion and see how it goes. I'm sure most of you have seen me use this foundation quite a bit. She's been a real spicy member of my foundation family. Now I'm just going to take my Anissa Pinnacle foundation brush and just start to melt that in. I mean, even the match. That's my happy foundation dance and song. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of corrector, since this nice green here, it's going to pull a little bit of the purple and the blue and even the green out from under my eye. So we'll just do some light color correcting. This one happens to be my favorite. This one is my absolute favorite color corrector in any of the shades. I know that they even have darker shades. I believe they even have a red, which was really good for deep skin tones to color correct. They have green, they have lavender, and it's just a really nice thin formula with a lot of pigment. And no matter what, that's normally what I look for with anything that goes on my face. I want it very thin, but with a lot of pigment. I also want to remind you, I did not put any foundation underneath my eye. We want to keep the layers there as thin as possible. So for now, the only thing that's there is the color corrector, and then we will place the concealer on top. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's been 20 minutes, and every 20 minutes, all of the cats get kisses. Be right back. Okay, now we're really gonna be able to lock in the cat hair. We're gonna set it here in a minute. Okay, now we're gonna grab our Shiseido concealer. You guys know that I'm not really too wild with my concealer application these days. There was a time that I really felt that Shape Tape and a triangle underneath my eye was what I needed. It wasn't. It's fun to do the triangle, and it looks nice, but it's not as needed as we thought it was. But I'm still for a full glam. If we want to play around, that's where it's at. So here we have the Shiseido. This is going to be the Synchro Skin Loose Powder, and I have it set here. That looks incredible. I did cut a little hole here in the top so it comes out really nice and easy. And then I'm just picking that up on my puff, and you guys know the drill. Let's just go to town, pressing that in. It does come with a puff, but it's so pretty. I didn't want to get it dirty. I have to work up to that, but it's going to work. So you're basically getting a puff with your powder, and that's really awesome. So I'm just going to go ahead and set. I'm going to use the cream blush tomorrow. I'm going to switch over to powders after this. So now we're going to grab the Kajal, the same green one, bring it across here. And instead of coming from underneath, I'm actually going to come from above. You're going to have more control. We're going to do a tight line, and we're going to grab our pencil brush. But if you just kind of lightly come from above and pull out of your lash line, you're going to have more control. And we're going to have a nice tight line. So now we'll grab our pencil brush once again, and all we're going to do is just kind of run this back and forth. I'm not going to smoke it out. I want it to stay extremely close to my lash line. I just think this is a cool look to have everything kind of smoky and then very defined underneath here. We just grab a pencil brush, and we're basically just making sure there's no separation between our lashes and the green. So I'm going to do my blush application now. I kind of want to see what it's like if we do blush before our bronzer. Sometimes I feel that blush just kind of gets muddled in, so if we do it first, it's going to stand out a little bit more. I'm applying it very high underneath my eye. Look at that lift it already gives the face though. Blush is so interesting. And then we'll place it across here and a little on the chin. So I'm kind of placing it here, and then I'm not taking it any farther down here. I'm kind of going here and then right through there. Then I'll just do my favorite bronzer. I feel like this one and the Gucci one are going to be my faves forever. This is Kylie Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Toasty. I'm just applying it with my same brush, the tapered highlight, because I don't want to go overboard today. We're trying out new things in the 2021. I like it. That's pretty. So now we're going to grab this Shiseido mascara, and we're going to do something wild. So we're going to start by coating our bottom lashes. Oh, and the formula is not here to play. It's not just one of those colored mascaras. Look at what, I'm speechless, can't even talk no more. Hold on now. And of course we're just going to run this through our lash line. That is so gorgeous, but I want to do something a little more spicy. Told you we were going to get spicy. So I'm going to take these under lashes here from Tati Lashes, and I'm just coating them with the mascara. I'm only going to use 3 on each side, so I'll just go ahead and coat this guy too. So we're not going crazy, but I just want to do something a little bit more editorial. I was feeling inspired. This is so fun. Okay, now obviously this is outrageous. I love outrageous, but just the green bottle mascara before I did the falsies would have been amazing. But makeup is just how I express my art, and I love it. So what I did is I grabbed a little bit of this House of Lashes glue, and I did 4 lashes, so I put them about right here. Perfect. This is going to dry clear. So we'll put 1 here. That glue is going to dry very fast. This grabs it, no issues whatsoever. We'll grab this little guy and we'll put him here. Somewhere on my story or my saved highlights, I have an entire thing on how I do bottom lashes. So if you want to check that out, hop over there. We have baby doll eyes today. So now I'm gonna grab this lipstick also from Shiseido. I mean, honestly, this is, when I opened it, I was like, oh, how did they know that this is like my favorite kind of nude? How did they know? How? And it goes so pretty with the green. So now I'm gonna grab this Sorbet lip liner. This is in the shade Earth. You can use code ROSE for a discount, but I'm just gonna kind of go around here and mix the lipstick with the lip liner. Get some definition going. And as a last step, if you just want to ensure that your eyeshadow's set, it's not going to go anywhere, just grab a little bit of translucent powder. And when I say a little bit, that's all we're going to grab. And even that's going to be too much, so we'll just kind of wipe it off any excess on the back of our hand. Start from here and just kind of press it across. I want to give you guys this tip. I always forget to show you guys this. I'm doing the exact same thing on this eye. So if you have oily eyelids, just kind of do this as a last step and make sure you're pressing. Okay, we're done. Me and my seaweed eyes. We're gonna go terrorize the cat some more. Honestly, this is so cool. And I love the bottom lashes because I love the drama. But as I said before, the mascara alone was just so pretty. I think that doing your bottom lashes, a different color mascara, is just such a fun way to incorporate something new into your makeup. As always, I will be posting all of the makeup details in just a little while. This Shiseido stuff was really fun. I'm thinking tomorrow something warm tones, bronze. I've been wanting to do a bronzy, goldy, bronzy, warm tone eye. You know what I'm saying. All of that made sense. I know it made sense because we're makeup lovers. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.